So, as far as accoutrement, obviously yoga mat, a pillow or cushion, definitely something along these lines. If you have a yoga bolster, great, that can work. Yoga blanket, possibly too, as a different option, and for shavasana. And if you have any myofascial balls, grab those too, because those are a great option for freeing up the voice. If you don't, it's okay. That's why we've got yoga bolsters and pillows and cushions and blankets and all that. So no worries. But if you have them, I know a few of you do. 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch, all for different spots in the body. All right. Let's start off in everybody's favorite yoga position, the back. Tucking the shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in and out through the nose. Palms soft, feet soft. Jaw joint soft. Kneecaps release. Feeling the floor. And for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to gently chase after that vagus nerve. So inhaling nose, exhaling hum. And we're hoping that hum is nice and soft. No performative force to it or anything like that. Simply a gentle hum that will tend to fall in pitch as you go. pausing for about 5 to 8 heartbeats at the end of each hum exhalation. Less of a pause and more of a drift at the end of the exhalation. Challenging those CO2 levels a little bit. So we might think we're at the end of our exhalation. We're not. And now breathing normally, let the hum go. Just breathe and notice. Inhale, hum the left knee into the chest. So we're learning to use the voice to launch movement. Good for the voice, good for the immune system, good for the O2 CO2 balance, good for the pelvic floor, good for empowerment, strength, good for core awakening. Can't really think of anything it's not good for, actually. Inhale, hum the leg back. And because it wakes up the core, it's also good for mobility as well as flexibility. Inhale, hum the right leg into the chest. So if it feels like the core is moving your leg, or the hum is moving your leg, or the breath is moving your leg, as opposed to your leg moving your leg, you're winning. Leading, of course, to a greater embodiment of your voice. And hum the leg back down. Up the ante, hum both legs up. Feel the hum leading the way. Inhale, gather strength. Send the hum through the tailbone. Legs lift. Hug them in. Inhale, hum yourself up to sitting. Now let's find our pillow or yoga bolster or rolled up blanket. The idea is that the pillow or Mexican blanket perhaps is the size where it will mostly fit in between the top of your pelvic crest and the base of your rib cage. So right in there and all the soft googly parts. So between top of the pelvic crest and the rib cage, lie flat. So this posture, we use both active and passive breathing. So firstly, active. So a little bit of intention, pressing that belly into the pillow on the inhalation, inspiratory muscle training. And then open the mouth now and let the exhalation whoosh out without any holding. So we're not controlling the exhale, we're letting it whoosh out and then we drift. So for the purposes of this exercise, there's 3 parts to the breathing cycle. Inhalation, exhalation, drift. Now some of you might want to freeform this, but let me lead you through one just to check the timing that we're not inhaling too forcefully. So getting rid of your air, mouth closed, inhale, 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 feeling the inhale into the pillow, inhale, inhale, exhale, whoosh, let it out. Now it's just draining out to the end, now wait. 6, 5, tummy loose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale into the pillow, feeling like your entire inhale is into the pillow. We know that's not totally true physiologically, but we don't care. Inhale, inhale, exhale, whoosh, let it out. Very hard for some people to do, to just let their exhale go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, on your own, 2 minutes. Please ask questions if they come up. Great. And now let's switch to passive breathing. Let the body breathe you. You just hang out and wait for nothing in particular. If your head is to the side, turn your head to the other side. And come up and pull the pillow out, and then lie back down and check out your breathing. Has anything changed? So essentially what we're doing with all that is simultaneously turning the six-pack off and turning the transverse and other core muscles on. That's the whole idea there. All right, let's use our hum to come up to all fours. Cat twist. Inhale nose, sigh through the mouth. So inhale, do nothing. Inhale up. Exhale other side. Inhale up. Exhale other side. Back and forth. Waking up those intercostals for rib cage mobility. Inhale up. Happy puppy. One arm forward, elbow locked. Stretching through the armpit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, we're targeting those muscles that tend to get in the way of the voice. Often they correspond to the secondary respiratory muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Downward dog. Use your breath to launch the pose. Inhale. Inhale, exhale into upward dog. Did your breath get interrupted or was there flow? Inhale, down dog. Inhale, keep that breath moving throughout the entirety of the movement into up dog and beyond. This is big, especially for musical theater, because we're learning to move without holding our breath. And back to all fours. Cat twist, hum. And this time let it go as long as you can. Inhale up. Inhale up. Cat twist. And notice how I'm letting the breath pressure change the pitch of the voice. I'm not fighting any part of this. Inhale up. Happy puppy. Inhale up. Happy puppy. Inhale up. Can you use your hum to launch your bum into the air? Hum your bum. Bet you didn't think you'd hear that today. Yeah, there's a bumper sticker for my brand. That'll probably get me the wrong clients. Anyway, hum into upward dog. Or maybe the right clients. And back to all fours. We're almost through this series. Now, so what we've done here, just come off your wrists for a moment. Sit on the feet, arms out to the sides, press through the heel of the hand. See if you can get the fingers parallel to the walls, drop the shoulder blades, and then roll those shoulder blades around a little bit. Feel those nerves in the arms. Yipe! See if you can get those fingers straight and parallel to the walls. If you can't, that's okay. Keep doing it. It'll come. This is huge for keeping carpal tunnel at bay. This one in particular, because as we know, carpal tunnel has nothing to do with the wrists. Carpal tunnel comes from upper back tightness, which then refers all the way down into the wrists. So what we've done is we've created a safe environment for the voice. Body first, or maybe breath first, actually. Breath first, then add body to the breath, then add the hum to the body and the breath, and now, hopefully, we've created a safe vessel for the voice. So we're using the body and breath to warm up the voice, not the voice to warm up the voice. Cat twist, hey, and again you let it go as long as you can. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, hey. Inhale up. Happy puppy he. He. Inhale up. Inhale up. Ho for downward dog. Make sure the H-O starts just before you move, so it feels like you weigh less. It feels like the vowel and the breath combined launch you into downward dog, as opposed to downward dog being a, oh, not this pose again. Inhale. Inhale. Wiggle the shoulders, sexy mermaid. And come up, sit on the feet, roll the shoulders. And let's tuck our toes under. I know this is a favorite. All those little tiny muscles in the feet. We need the feet to be awake for the voice to be fully embodied, because there's a diaphragm at the base of the feet as well. And that is connected through fascia to the pelvic floor. And we need those talking to each other as much as we need the pelvic floor and the thoracic diaphragm talking to each other. And what part of our body do we use the most? Probably the feet. So if you're feeling a certain in this pose, keep at it. All right, come off, and then onto the ankles, and then surf up. Go for a little water ski, shoulders relaxed, front ankle stretch. And of course, we know we will need circulation down there, especially if we're slightly over 28. And down, and tuck the toes once more. And coming off. And water ski. And we're hoping, I'm hoping you feel like you have control of this pose. You can press into the hands and give a little bit more ankle stretch, or you can release and have the knees a little closer to the floor. First time doesn't feel particularly in control, but that's the idea with a little bit of practice. And coming down. All right, so options for the next one. Working against zoomitis or computer kyphosis. Good is same pillow if that's what you have, underneath the upper back, shoulders hanging off. Better is a yoga bolster just underneath the armpits, like so. Best, because as you can see, the bolster is going across the shoulder blades. So that means the shoulder blades are being held up by the bolster. Best is a 5-inch myofascial ball, because then the shoulder blades are able to melt around each side, which is one of the many reasons I made these things, had these things made. So whichever way you can go, it'll all work. The ball is the most specific and most effective, but the bolster and pillow will work well as well. So please ask questions if you're not sure, but pick one of those and lie on your back again. Lengthen the back of the neck, tuck the chin gently. Rule of thumb is we'd like the forehead and the chin to be at the same level. So if you feel like your chin is way in the air and your forehead is closer to the floor than the chin, put a pillow under your head or a blanket under your head for support, just to keep that neck safe. Oh, another option is a pool noodle. Those are easy to find. Wally Mart. You can use a pool noodle underneath the upper back as well. Or a rolled up yoga mat. I'm full of ideas this morning. Your cat. You know, whatever works. Without trying or pushing or using muscles, can you feel your breath into whatever you've got behind your back? So in a way, we're doing exactly the same thing back here as we did with the pillow under the tummy at the beginning of the class. Can you map out your lungs back there? Your lungs are awfully close to that ball blanket or bolster or pillow. Can you imagine them expanding into the ball, bolster, mat? There is movement back there. And come off whatever you're on. Take it out and then lie flat and check and see if anything's changed in that. Perhaps mobility, either in the upper back or in the side ribs. And inhale, hey yourself up to sitting. And coming up to standing. Do a little bit of bouncer. Get that circulation going. Then we'll come back to the ribs. Oh, bouncing at the knees. Let's do a couple to start. Now check in with the shoulders. Are we letting those shoulders bounce as much as they could? Let them bounce a little more. And now check the jaw joint. Is that free? Let that bounce more. And how about the head and neck? Let it bounce a little bit more. Shoulders, jaw. Now a little bit of Good. So noticing the space in the back of the throat as you make the sound. Making sure that that ah has lots of space in the soft palate. It's feeling open. Ah, keep bouncing, we're almost there. And come to stillness. And notice the buzz. And let's do a little sumo stomp with a hey. So like this. Hey! And overdrop that larynx. Hey! Hey! Couple on your own. Does it feel like the foot stomp and pelvic floor drop is having an effect on the voice? So if it feels something like this, hey, it's not connected. Hey, feel the whoosh from below. Try it again, 2 or 3. So we're going to take you up, and what I'd like you to do is do a sumo. So there are various levels of sumo. There's simple sumo, or little sumo, where it's just a very subtle knee bend. There's bigger sumo, where you bend the knees even more. And if you feel like you need more lower body engagement, you stomp that foot to wake up the system. Just depends how connected we are to our lower body. Okay, let's give it a try, see how it feels, and oh. Right on. All right, coming back down and grabbing your 6-inch yellow sun ball if you have it. If not, again, yoga bolster, block, maybe pillow, blanket. I suspect you'll need 2 of those other things if you don't have the sun ball. So I'll show it with pillow bolster first. So we might need a bolster and then a pillow on top of it. So we're going after the serratus intercostal side ribs here. And then my head is on my arm. If I have the ball, now I'm going to pick a spot. And this is on the user manual, those of you that have it. Pick a spot and lie on it. Then after a few breaths, pick another spot on the rib cage. And breathe into that rib cage side as you go. You get up a little closer to the armpit, and it might be a little, as we say euphemistically in yoga, you might be getting some feedback, which is a really kind way to say pain. So be gentle with it, but there's some really active lymph nodes in there that will be happy to get a gentle caress. So about 2 or 3 more breaths. And those of you that are now on the ball, come up a little bit and massage that ball around. And apologies, this is a whole bunch easier if you're not wearing a bra. So there. If you needed permission, there it is. Which you certainly don't. But it just occurred to me. We don't want to dig the material into the sides. And then come off. And here's the cool part. Sit, breathe into your two sides of your rib cage and see what you notice. What a difference. Like one side is naturally moving and billowing outwards, and the other side's... All right. You know the drill. I don't want you walking in circles all day. So switch the pillow bolster, blanket, and or ball. Again, if you're on the ball, do a static pose to start, and then do a massage after about 10 breaths. Yeah, and everything we've done today is outlined either in the user manual or the ebook. If some of it didn't quite connect, I'll bet it did. Or you just want to do it again. And a little bit of massage if you've got the ball. And get around to the front a little bit. And then around to the back a little bit. And then down to the bottom of the rib cage. And then up in towards the armpit. Most important thing for singers, diaphragmatic mobility. Second most important thing, a very close second, is rib cage mobility. But the diaphragm mobility will give you your rib cage mobility for the most part, especially if you do this as well. We want those ribs to move naturally, not by us yanking them outwards. So again, we want to feel that breath dropping in easily. All right, coming off. And again, sit and breathe and notice. Excellent. Just for a moment, let's return to cat twist. And I'd like you to play with both registers, chest and head, in cat twist. And if you did mostly one or the other the first time, try the other one the other time. But I'd like us to perhaps notice if cat twist feels any different after the ball being underneath the spine and underneath the rib cage. So cat twist is hey, hey. So going in the head voice and seeing what the twist is like. And then up. And other side. Hey, or hey, whichever one you want. Play. Keep this stuff playful. That's what helps us learn it faster. Hey, what helps the body learn it faster. And other side. And coming up, grabbing a blanket, and lie on your back and put your blanket over top of you for Shavasana. Shavasana exists to give the body a chance to integrate what we've done during the yoga class. From a physiological perspective, that's what it's about. There's other stories, other reasons, those are valid too, but essentially, we've opened ourselves up a ton, and we want that openness to solidify isn't quite the right word, but it's close. So if we open ourselves up in a yoga class, then run right out into traffic, that stress is going to go into the cells. But if we give ourselves a chance to sort of integrate and solidify the openness and freedom, then we are more resilient to what's coming up during the day. Eyes closed, body sinking into the floor. Does body and breath feel different from the last time we lay on our back right at the beginning of the class? Is the breathing pattern different? Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rotating wrists and ankles. Stretching out the arms and legs. Exhale yourself over to your side. Give yourself a big hug. And then come up to sitting. And arms up. Take hold of the right wrist. Hey, over to the side. And inhale up. Switch wrists up and out. Hey. And roll the shoulders. Shake out the hands. And thank you.